It basically feels like wuwa week because really there's just been some good stuff coming out. We got the trailer obviously for not only the next update but what's to come afterwards with 2.6 and 2.7. We got the live stream happening on Friday, but we also have the phase 2 of Wuthering Waves happening this week as well, which means we got new banners to talk about. So today we're going to be talking about if you should summon in for Cantarella or Brant. Now, before we get into that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Welcome to all the newest subscribers. I won't lie, these last 2 weeks have been really good on new subs, so appreciate y'all for coming by. Hopefully you stick around because honestly, I love you guys. don't leave, please don't leave. Anyways, no, but seriously, thank you for coming in. And of course, don't forget to check out my ever awesome sponsor, GamerSubs. Use code TYSTRA for 10% off of your purchase at gamersubs.gg. I tell you guys, I shill this product. I've been shilling it since 2016. I'm telling you guys right now, GamerSubs is the best gluten-free, keto-friendly powdered energy drink out there. I'm telling you right now, get yourself either Pestile's Antidote, Happy Juice by my boy Tectone, or even get OnlyFangs. Is it, or no, not OnlyFangs. It's OnlyFox. That's what it is. OnlyFangs is the one group with that had the issue with pirate software, but we're not going to get into that. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into today's video. Of course, let's start off with the character that really kind of started it all outside of Rover, and that's going to be Yang Yang. Yes, everybody's first favorite crush, I guess, until Rexlent dressed as Yang Yang. I don't want to go there. But yes, Yang Yang has been in the game for a little while, obviously. And yeah, she's not used. I mean, even if you look, and yes, I am using Pride Wind before anybody says anything. I'm not saying that Pride Wind is the end all be all. I'm just saying I'm using it as a basis. I hope everyone understands that, and that's very clear. But I do agree that Yang Yang is a very niche character. I don't think anybody is really playing Yang Yang right now. If you are, you're mainly doing it because you have some sort of connection to the character, and that is perfectly fine. I don't want anybody thinking that you shouldn't play as Yang Yang. But if you're looking to get the best bang for your buck when it comes to summons, Yang Yang is definitely not going to be that. She's kind of just a hybrid of sorts, but not a very good hybrid. She's going to do like very small amounts of damage. And plus, right now with like units that are even support units like Chacona, doing more damage than her, I mean, it makes sense because it's a limited 5-star compared to a 4-star. But at the same time, I feel like Yang Yang just hasn't had any luck being good, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, it's really sad because you could look with her being right there and you could see she's like, Pride Wind puts her on the same thing as like same field as Tauki. And Tauki is just not great in my opinion. She's got great assets, you know what I mean. But yeah, unfortunately, Yang Yang just kind of falls short. Nobody's really summoning for Yang Yang, and if you are, again, I feel like it's just more you're summoning because you like the character, which is fine. Summon for who you want to summon. At the end of the day, I want this to be clear about my summons, or should you summons. You summon for the characters that you want to summon for. If you like these characters, summon for the characters. Don't even worry about what my opinion is. Summon for who you want to summon for. But if you are looking to build a good account, Yang Yang isn't somebody that you should be focused summoning for. That's all I'm saying. Who I think you should focus summon for when it comes to 4-stars, though, is Mortefi, because he is still one of the better, well, not even one of, he is probably outside of one other 4-star, the best 4-star character in Wuthering Waves. Mortefi is just so good with his off-field DPS, and just being able to, like, really grow that energy through, what is it? It's Moonlit... No, that it's not Moonlit Rejuvenation. You know which set I'm talking about. The Moonlit Energy Regen set works so well with him. He is worth it, to be honest, when it comes to building up characters. And I don't think he gets enough love as of late because of the fact that we're evolving into the game and getting more 5-stars. I really wish that they would release a new 4-star. Because if you look on here, like if we sort this, right? If we sort this by the 4-stars here, we have not seen a new 4-star since, what, Yuhu? Is that it? Really? Yuhu was the last 4-star? Jesus Christ. I'm not even going to say what I was about to say. But yes, Mortefi is considered still an Apex character. And without a doubt, obviously deserving. Because Mortefi helps teams in general, with just being able to give that off-field DPS, especially if you build him just right. He's just so good. He is so good and so worth the time and effort you would put into him. So he's going to get a thumbs up from me. I think that Morphe is just one of those characters that you cannot go without in your box and without building him up. So make sure to do that. We got the low unit, we got the high unit, and now we got one that's kind of in the middle with Donjin. I do agree with Donjin being in the middle. Still very usable, even in today's meta, because Donjin is just one of those like DPS characters that people have built that just can do whatever she needs to just really clear anything. Many people were soloing with her in Tower of Adversity for a long time, and without a question, she is really, really good. I am saying this from somebody on the outside looking in, and the reason, the explanation to that is that I am a terrible Donjin player. Like, I am just terrible. I don't know what it is, but I can never do the stuff that I see anybody else doing with her, and I can't help but applaud, because I can't say that she's a bad character. I'm just a bad player when it comes to playing Donjin. But the Donjin players that I have seen that do really, really well make Pridewind's list look stupid, because it'll go from meta character and I'll see them just put her up here in their Apex character slot, because she's just that, she could be that dang good if you build her right. And I guess I'm just disrespectful to the Donjin, right? But overall, I think that if you are going to build Donjin, that's the pros versus the cons. Pros, she can do damage like crazy, and she's like really, really good at being able to do that damage, but it's such a skill gap that you have to conquer that skill gap to be really, really good with Donjin to make her worth it. I do think that if you want to become a better Wuthering Waves player, you should be trying to at least understand Donjin's kit. And I try all the time. I have a hard time understanding it. I have a gotcha grandpa brain, dude. I'm gotcha grandpa for a reason. I got Alzheimer's with the gotcha. Like, what does she do? But no, for real. Respect to all the Donjin players out there. You guys are insane with everything that I see. And if you're looking to become a Donjin player, it is a rough path from what I've heard. One thing I can agree just from this thumbnail right here is that Brant is actually a lot of fun. And Brant is one of those characters that I feel is good, very good in fact, and worth your time investing into. But obviously, like for me, I mainly use him for like his healing abilities and being able to like just kind of be a good part of the team. Doesn't mean that he can't do other stuff, obviously. With the fact that he can scale his attack based off of energy regen, which is really good. So you build him up with as much energy regen, you're gaining attack on top of that. Plus, just in general, his healing is really good. I think that a lot of people slept on Brant a little bit just because it was the whole like summoning on males thing. So I think that if you are thinking about summoning for a healer, he's really good. And overall, his ability to stay on field and do damage at the same time just kind of works. Like, I don't know how else to really like talk about him. But yeah, I think that Brant could just be really summed up with being a very fun character, able to heal, able to scale his attack off of energy regen. And I believe also he's got in his Concerto skill, what is it? Yeah. So amplify the incoming resonator's fusion damage by 20% and resonant skill damage by 25% when he's going out. So I think he's got a lot of ability to really be useful on your team. And even Pridewin would agree. Pridewin has them at the 0.5 rank mark, you know. So I think it's good. I think that, you know, he could be worth investing into. If you're going for just the healing, though, it's kind of tough because you could wait for Shorekeeper, and I think Shorekeeper is just there. But I think he's just a good hybrid between being able to actually, like, do a decent amount of damage, have that sustainability, and also be able to help heal your characters in general. I think that he's worth it, I guess. But it's tough because we do have Augusta and we do have Iuno right around the corner, followed by Galbrena, and then Kwang Yun, I think is how you say his name, and then freaking Chisa right after that. It's really tough. But I think that if you're not looking, if you're looking to summon for a character that's going to help your account, I do think that Brant is that special character to help out. Now with Cantarella, she's incredibly hot. Like, let's call a spade a spade. The fact that she has a tacit mark on her tongue it gets my heart pumping a little bit, you know, like it makes sense. It makes sense to have such an attraction to a fine ass jellyfish woman. But, you know, she's got the ability to do really, really well in teams as well. She's got basically she's able to reduce the movement speed of enemies for 6.5 seconds, which is pretty cool. She's got the ability to have coordinated attacks with her jelly or Dreamweave is what it's called, right? I think it's right here. Yeah, Dreamweavers to perform coordinated attacks. So she's got the ability to do coordinated attacks. She has the ability to heal too, from what I've seen. I believe that's correct. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. See, I knew it wasn't crazy. Yes, she does have the ability to heal, and then also she has Cure as an inherent skill, which also increases her healing bonus by 20% as well. So I just couldn't, for some reason I questioned myself a lot when it comes to what I'm talking about. And I'm like, wait a minute, I got a lot of PTSD from doing these. So, but yes, Cantarella is still very, very good. Pridewind has her under Brant. It's kind of tough for me, man, because like I really feel that Cantarella can be considered Apex, but at the same time, I totally understand why a lot of people wouldn't put her up there comparatively to someone like Brant, because I do think that Brant has a better ability. But Cantarella is hotter, and I kind of want to do it just based off of it. No. But no, Cantarella and Brant are both really good units to go for phase 2. If I had to choose one or the other, I think honestly I would choose Brant, because outside of just like being able to do healing, and yes, while Cantarella can do the coordinated attacks on top of her healing, I think that Brant is just overall more fun. And it's not to say that Cantarella isn't fun, but when I play Brant, I actually like enjoy it. It's just really fun character in general. But do I think you should summon for either of these two? Well, my personal opinion is that with everything coming very, very soon, I think it's kind of tough to say, hey, summon for Brant and Cantarella. Now, I will say, if you're going for strict healing, Shorekeeper's got them both beat. Obviously, Shorekeeper is one of those characters that everybody should go for, in my personal opinion, when it comes to an account. Brant is definitely one of the most fun characters and definitely worth getting. And I'd say Cantarella is still very good as well. But it's just tough with Augusta, Iuno, Galbrena, Kwang Yun, Chisa all around the corner. And then we also got to think about the Cyberpunk Edge Runners collab that's going to be coming. Obviously, that's next year, but we're getting close to the end of the year, guys. We're getting pretty close. So it's a lot to think about. But I would say... I would say let's wait until the live stream to see what the abilities are. But if the abilities are good, I'm going to have to say skip Cantarella and Brant, man. I don't know. It just kind of scares me a little bit. But I want to know in the comments down below, what do y'all think about Brant and Cantarella? Am I just speaking out of my ass at this point? Because I would absolutely believe it. I'm very tired. It's like 5 a.m. for me. I should be in bed by now. But I'm going to go to bed after uploading this video. Anyways, y'all, that's going to be it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Love you all, and we will see you in the next video. Please take care and be safe.